Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to KP Annalise here. Hi. Okay, so Abba has been leading me to share. Um, is literally the fire shut up in my bones because uh sir, what we doing? So of course take every word back to Holy Spirit. Test the word, test the spirit by the spirit. Make sure that you are bringing every word back to Abba. Do not just take any word. Do not just run with it. Bring every word back to Abba. Okay. So Abba has been pressing on me. And as he's been pressing on me, he's telling me that it's not only the spouses, it's also the standards. So um, if you haven't been following or you haven't heard of any of this, it's okay. Because when I first heard it, I'm like, what is this? What is this thing? Um, but what's happening is that there is a divine orchestration that is happening. And with this divine orchestration that is happening, it is building up the church, building up the bride, and sending out two by two. And the two by two is going to be in the marriages. Now, with the marriages, there is a level of your mantle that you have to carry. And that level of your mantle that you have to carry, if you have not gone through your process or you haven't been through a process, it's going to crush you. So Abba's so good. He's so kind. He's so generous. He's so everything that he takes you through a process and a training to get you prepared for this mantle. And getting you prepared for this mantle is going to be heavy. And because it's heavy, you need to be prepared for it in the training of it, in the space of, hey, it's already written, it's coming whether you are ready or not. In that space or in that retrospect, you want to be ready. We are born and shaped in iniquity. We live in a fallen world where Satan and his puny, I call him puny boy, but puny boy and his minions, they are around here trying to see who they can devour, who they can kill, steal, and destroy from. They are doing this on a daily basis. They are doing this on a moment by moment basis. They do not rest, so they will not give you time to rest. And they are coming whether you know it or not, whether you see it or not, whether you're ready or not. And so, what am I thinking of? Thank you, Holy Spirit. I believe it's Ecclesiastes 4, verses 9 and 10, where it says, two are better than one. For if he fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe unto him that is alone, for he hath not another to help him up. That is also, that's with friends, but that's also with your spouses. Yes, your spouses, as far as in the kingdom marriage and everything. So when it comes down to that, you are being built up so that you guys can handle each other's storms, and y'all can how do you say, you're going through a divine separation that's yielding a divine restoration. The divine separation is to separate you because it's basically like two Jonahs. You got a Jonah storm and a Jonah storm, and y'all are clashing. It's like when you see the two tornadoes, they're spinning and they're like spinning tops, and then they clash with one another. And if they don't clash with one another, they're spinning together, making something even bigger. And it's making an even bigger disaster. So the separation is so that each storm can be dealt with by itself in that separation and that isolation. And then as it's dealt with by itself, you have this divine restoration. This divine restoration gets you prepared for restoration, prepared for reconciliation and reunion, so that you can now go out two by two, walk two by two, and y'all are not sitting here with y'all storms clashing with one another. That looks like, okay, we're not sitting here taking our, help me, Holy Spirit. We're not taking our pettiness. We are not taking our unhealed self. We're not taking our little girls that are showing up in our adult bodies, our little boys that are showing up in our adult bodies. We're not taking those with us in the marriage when we're dealing with one another, when we're speaking to one another, when we're hearing one another. No, we're moving in unity. We're moving in love. It's almost like, thank you, Holy Spirit. He's bringing to my remembrance Emperor's New Groove. So you remember Emperor's New Groove? I, of course, you know me. You know me. If you watch, you know me. I'm a kid at heart, and I love cartoons, anime, and of course, you know my Asian dramas. So Emperor's New Groove, one of my movies. You threw off my groove. Anywho, as he's a llama and he's going through the what you call, Pacha has to go and get him, or like basically save him. And so one of the things that he's doing, he's trying to get him back to the palace so that he doesn't knock out the village to put his Cuscotopia with being selfish and all. What Cusco goes through is a whole entire journey. He goes through this journey of like basically self discovery to understand that life is bigger than him and what he wants. Um, but the point being, the scene he's bringing to my head is where Pacha's trying to bring him back to the palace in order for him to be changed back into a man because he's a llama. Watch the movie, you can see Yzma, she turned him into a llama because she was trying to kill him. Well, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. She was trying to kill him, but her assistant Kronk messed up and actually had llama extract and turned him into a llama instead of killing him. So when he got rid of him, um it was getting rid of him to be in a how you say, he put him in a bag and then he threw him over in a waterfall, and so that's how he ended up somehow bouncing off the waterfall and bouncing on Pacha's cart. And so Pacha brought him all the way home, not realizing the llama was in the bag on the back of his cart. And so when he gets home, he realizes, okay, it's the llama, but he's talking. And so he realizes, okay, this is Cusco, and he got to take him back. And he said, okay, if I take you back, you promise you won't tear down my village to build your little Cusco Topia, whatever you building. And he's like, yeah, I promise. He's not really promising because he promises. He just want him to get him back so he could turn back into a human. He want to, be back emperor where he's in his power and everything like that. He want to get back to where he was. Thank you. Wow, Holy Spirit. That's still prophetic in the space of the spouses, especially the prodigal minded spouses. They're fighting this so much because they want to get back to what they thought was good. They want to get back to Egypt, children of Israel, where they had the potted meat and they thought it was good because this is all foreign. This doesn't make any sense. They don't understand it. They can't see past what the steps that they're taking. And so it's like, how they were complaining in the wilderness. It's just like that. Cusco was complaining as far as in the situation that he was in, thinking that, okay, him being emperor, him being human, he would have been better off being like that as far as in, going back to what he was. And so that's what he's trying to get back to. And he's like, bent on trying to do that. In that space, Pacha has to basically help him so that he doesn't tear down his village, because he's thinking, okay, he shook on it. That's even the what you call it. Oh my gosh, Holy Spirit, go. If you have ears to hear, you're catching it. There's a scene in the movie where he's like, we shook hands on it, because it's a space of like, hey, it's a marriage promise. Y'all promised to death do us part. Y'all promised in sickness and in health. Y'all promised for better or worse. Y'all promised this, but when it got sick, when it got worse, when it got bad, it was like, as soon as I didn't feel good, as soon as I didn't feel happy, as soon as I didn't feel like I'm married, it's like, bruh, I'm out. Especially if it lasted too long in the space of your separation going on for past months, past years. We in some years with Z's in that space, and it looks like, what is this? It looks stinky, it looks nasty, it looks completely wet. It looks like, what in the how are we married? And the devil taunts you with that. It's like, okay, how are you married? So bringing it back, they shook hands on it, and so he's thinking, okay, we good. You are the Pacha where you're like, hey, we shook hands on it. But your prodigal minded spouse is, of course, Cusco as the llama that's like, I'm just gonna do what I feel like and what feels good for now until it's not joshing anymore, and then I'm out. Because there's a couple times where Cusco wanted to leave, trying to find and make his own way, like, oh, I'm gonna do it myself, but he got caught up. One time he got caught up with the jaguars, another time he got caught up and almost got killed by Yzma again. And oh my gosh, you're so good, Holy Spirit. So basically it's bringing back to this part of where you got Cusco and Pacha, They are trying to walk across the bridge, but them walking across the bridge, Cusco being an idiot, bouncing on it or whatever, it broke, and then Pacha tried to go out and save him, but then Pacha fell, and so they basically fell into trench, this trench cliff, if that makes any sense. It's a cliff where it has to have the bridge to connect the two sides, but it goes into a trench, meaning it's like a upside down triangle. And so when it goes to the upside down triangle, once you get to that narrow part, that bottleneck part, when it drops into a river that has a bunch of alligators in it. So as you got Pacha hanging on for dear life, you got Cusco falling. Pacha catches Cusco. Oh my God. Holy Spirit. Wow. You being Pacha, you catch your spouse because of you being the standing spouse and having to go through what you're going through and going through the process and going through the process first, because your prayers, the prayers of the righteous availeth much. So you going through your process and you standing for them, you how do you say, you praying for them, you interceding for them, you fasting for them, you pivoting with Abba when he's telling you to move, when he's telling you to lay back and let him intercede, stewarding them well. We that is you catching them. How Pacha caught Cusco as he fell. But as he fell, his mouth went into a bat cave. It was a hole in the side of the trench cliff. And there was a hole in it. His mouth went into it because he's a llama. So it has like the long snout. So his mouth fell into it. And as his mouth fell into it, he's trying to pull Cusco up. And then he's trying to pull himself up at the same time, Pacha. But as he's trying to pull himself up, the rope is caught into this tree, because there's this tree branch that's growing out of the side of the cliff. And as it's growing out of the side of the cliff, people don't normally pass through there. So of course, any type of creature be making their homes there. So as he's tugging the rope that's caught in the tree, there's a nest of scorpions that go down his back. The nest of scorpions go down his back, and he just starts wiggling and wiggling. And so then he starts to bang his back against the cliff. Oh my gosh, Holy Spirit, come on. You are tripping me out right now. Okay. Help me say it. The space where you're pulling on Abba. You're like, hurry up. You're pulling on Abba. You keep pulling on him because you're like, this is taking too long. There's not too much more I can take of this. And as soon as you feel like, okay, dang, there's not much more I can take of this, here come the scorpions sitting here stinging you, pinching you, and stabbing you with a little stinger, and they venom. And that's of course it hurts, and of course it's venom, so it's poisoning you, and you feel like, what is going on? So you start banging your back and your head against the cliff, because you're like, I cannot take this anymore, because it's getting to the point where it's excruciating. I feel so many of you right now. It's not even funny, because I also feel it myself, me being in a marriage stand. It's like, okay, look, it's like, okay, bro, what are you doing? At this point, what are you doing? It looks stinky, it looked dry, and it's been like that for a very, 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 very long time. We're not talking about weeks, we're not talking about months, we're not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 years. We're talking about some years. And it's been dry. Not only has it been dry, it's like, okay, every time I think I'm being obedient and doing something that unlocks it, there's something else that you're getting me geared for, in the space of like, hey, you're telling me this is the time, it's now, this is the time, only for me to put my guard down. And then when I put my guard down, I'm sitting here looking crazy, because it's actually just another classroom, or just another escape room, or just another burden for a message, either just for myself or for the people to put out, us being prophets and watchmen and whatnot. And so when you are breaking that down, help me, Holy Spirit. You're banging your back against the wall because you're like, I can't take this anymore. And meanwhile, your spouse that you are standing for, because you're standing, you still have their ankle, them being that llama, how Pacha caught Cusco when he came down. You standing, and you standing tall, and you standing 10 toes down, no matter what it looks like, because it gets to the point where, and I'm telling you this from experience, oh, good Lord, it gets to the point where you are basically like, you're not in it for you. You're not in it for your spouse. You're not in it for love and romance. You're not in it for the marriage. You're not in it for the kids. You're not in it for the next generations. You're not in it for the next souls to come. You are not in it for none of that. It gets to the point where it's like, look, 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 look. I'm only doing this because I love you, Abba. I'm only doing this because I love you. I'm only doing this because I love you. So you begin, you stand. It's holding on to that hem of his garment. You stand because you know it is for Abba. And when it's for Abba, look, that is the best place that you can be. You only need one. And if it's Abba, you winning, baby. You winning. You got victory. So you standing and you standing 10 toes down is you holding on to Cusco, Pacho holding on to Cusco. But what you're not realizing as you're going through your pressure, as you're going through your fire, as you're going through your refining fire that's 7 times hotter, when you went out of the frying pan and into the fryer and then into the grease and then into the broiler and then into the oven again, you're like you're banging your back against the thing because he's trying to kill the scorpions as he's banging his back. But as he's banging his back, he is disturbing the bats that are in the cave where Cusco's mouth is stuck. And so now that he has got his foot and he's holding it, because you're standing, you're holding their foot, and but their mouth is in the bat cave. So the banging is disturbing the water or disturbing the bats in the cave. And as they get disturbed and they wake up and they get into a frenzy, they basically fill his mouth up. And as they fill his mouth up, they basically fly them up. And when they fly them up to safety, to the point that they are on top of the cliff. And when they're on top of the cliff, that is the part where they're now on safe ground, because now they're on the top of the cliff where it's like, okay, it's safe. And it's not that part where it's crumbling or anything like that. You're safe. So now that they're on top of that cliff with the bats basically flying them up, and the bats filling the llama's mouth, as far as in Cusco's mouth, is the turmoil and whatnot that your spouse is going through. As far as in the prodigal minded spouse, they're going through stuff that's I can't say that one is worse than the other or not, because they each have their pros and cons. But they're going through stuff as well. It's not just you going through stuff and you're sitting here, you got the scorpions coming down your back that's pinching you and sticking you. The llama Cusco, your standing spouse, has those bats that are just flying in his mouth. And it's like, bro, what is this? What is happening? What is going on? But when they fly him up, and they fill up his mouth, and it's like whatever is happening with them flying and flapping, because it's a cartoon, them flying and flapping, they end up being back on how do you say, solid ground. And that is what Abba is bringing to me, as far as in bringing it to y'all. So it's just a space of like understanding that there's that part where they are in the cliff like that. At first, thank you, Holy Spirit, because he was bringing that part. But if you run it back just a little bit, the part where they fell where Cusco got stuck, and he was able to catch Pacha. But then as he caught Pacha, Pacha put his feet on one side of the cliff, and then how do you say, Cusco had his feet on the other side of the cliff. And what they had to do was go back to back and link arms, and then both of them had to climb up the cliff. And when they were climbing up that trench part of the cliff, they got to a point where it got so wide that, of course, they couldn't climb up anymore. So Cusco had to stretch his long llama neck to push Pacha up in order to get the help me, Holy Spirit, in order to get the rope in the first place. So that part he's bringing back, as far as in, that is how you are to be with your spouse when it comes down to y'all walking 2 by 2. And that is also another reason why it's taking so long, because y'all have to be surrendered enough. Y'all have to be submitted enough in order to be able to link arms like that, back to back, and be able to walk out with one another. Not only walking out with one another, but walking out for the next generations in your line. Not only walking out for one another and the next generations in your line, but all the souls that are connected to each of you in the space of y'all going out two by two. It's a whole purpose behind it. It's bigger than you. So I know it's taking long. I know it seemed like Abba, like, okay, what is you doing at this point? It seemed like, okay, I'm just crazy. I'm just doing this for nothing. The enemy's barking. It looked like it's just not gonna happen. All of the things, enemy in your ear with it, enemy in your ear with it. But I promise you, my God is a promise keeper, and He is going to come through. He is going to come through. I'm standard here, and we standing strong. Some years with a Z, and with that, all that loudness from the enemy, all that should do is literally secure you instead of it frightening you, because Satan does take the chance to say boo to see if it'll scare you. He's not bigger than you. That's why I call him puny boy. He might be more clever, but he's not bigger than you. He's not better than you. He's clever. But when it comes down to that, he is using these little boo to see if he can scare you. When he's barking, the louder that he barks, you know that whatever he's saying, it's the opposite. If he's saying, I was not going to do it, are you sure? It doesn't look like y'all married. Y'all going through this, y'all going through that. Puny boy speaking that louder and louder and louder should only anchor you in what Abba is saying, because Abba's word is true. His word does not return to him void. We've been going over this in the free will series, so go watch it because it's really good. When it comes down to that, you have help me, Holy Spirit. Abba's word does not return to him void. When he speaks a thing, it is did. His word will outlast the heavens and the earth. So, puny boy has to actually stand in line. When you read the book of Job, puny boy has to stand in line to see what is allowed for him to do. He can't just do stuff unless you also open up the door for him to do so. So you need to be able to know how the enemy is coming. That is also another point or purpose of your training or your separation, for you to be able to know how the enemy is coming. Not only knowing whose you are and who you are, but to know how the enemy is coming, know how the warfare is happening, and then know how to actually handle it, and know how to be in a space of submission and surrendered and submitted power to be able to take Abba's strategy for it and not what you think is best for it. Because what you see in the natural is lying to you. Everything starts in the spirit. And because everything starts in the spirit is where the battle is. When you fight a spiritual battle with carnal weapons, you've already lost. When you fight it with your mouth, when you fight it with fighting back, when you fight it with actual weapons, you're not doing anything. This is why it says put on the full armor of God. When you put on the full armor of God, those are your spiritual weapons that you use to fight the spiritual battles. That is a whole nother point to it. That is the reason why you're in your training. That is the reason why you're going through what you're going through, because it will make, for one, it will make you all the more better. You will know whose you are. You will know who you are. You will step in a level of confidence that helps you to step into your authority and the dominion that you are given. It'll help you. Oh my gosh, it'll help you. You will be so much better for it. Not only that, it unlocks that space of the promised land, that land flowing with milk and honey, where we're talking about in the free will part, your will, your bill. If it's your will, then you got to pay the bill, which means you got to make sure it's running. But when it's Abba's will, he pays the bill. He got streets paid with gold. He lives outside of time. He can see past everything. He can see the heart. I can only see the outer appearance to see, okay, who this? I can only look at the outer appearance, but he can look at the heart. So you may have somebody smiling in your face, but if you don't have connection Intimacy with Holy Spirit to be able to tell you, hey, that is a wolf in sheep's clothing. That is a viper right there that is smiling like a bunny. You won't know. And this is also another reason. So it helps you to navigate. It's literally like thank you, Holy Spirit, a field with landmines. You can't see them. Abba can see them because it's the sand. You don't know where the landmines are, or just them being dug underground if it's in a wooded area. You don't know where they are. Abba knows where they are. So you want to step on one and blow up, it's gonna hurt. And then you're gonna have to yield the consequences from that. So feeling y'all so heavily, it's just a space of Abba got you. Abba got you, no matter what it looks like. And the thing is, hell believes Abba. Demons believe Abba. We're so quick to put, oh, Satan this, Satan that, and make him seem like he's so big. He's puny. With that being said, he's not that powerful. He's not more powerful than you. And when you know your authority, they tremble. They believe what you have in store with you. They don't come to steal, kill, and destroy from a place that don't got no power, from a place that don't got nothing in it. You gonna look in a house and, oh, there ain't nothing in it. You gonna still go in there to steal something? No, you're gonna go to the next house and find a place where there's something in there that you could take. Kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what Puny Boy does. He's looking for what houses use peoples who can he can kill, steal, and destroy. What can I go in there, that treasure that's inside him, what can I go in there and take? And it's not even about taking it because he can't truly take it. He can just take your vision. He can take your sight. He can take the perspective that you have from it, where you're seeing it from a clouded lens. You're seeing it from foggy, or you're hearing it with foggy ears. You're seeing it with foggy antennas. When he does that, you just see it wrong. And when you see it wrong, you don't know the power and authority that you have. So it makes you ineffective. If you're ineffective, he's like, oh, okay, I don't got to worry about you. That is what he's doing. And the whole point I'm trying to make here, thank you, Holy Spirit, is that Abba got you. Abba got you. Hell knows that what Abba's saying is true. Hell knows it. And because hell knows it, there's a space of basically, why don't you believe it? Heaven believes it. Hell believes it. Hell believes it. Demons believe it. They tremble in their boots, hoping you don't figure out who you are. They wholeheartedly believe it. Yet it's taking you a very long time to believe it. I've been there too, wrestling with it back and forth. But it'll come a time where you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of wrestling with it. And as you done wrestling with it, you're going to stand firm. And when you stand firm, you stand on 10 toes down, you'll understand, okay, wait, the louder that Puny Boy is, the louder that he is, it's only confirming what my Abba said. It's only confirming what my Abba said. And the louder he is, the more he keeps going, the closer you're getting. The closer you're getting. So as loud as he is, as heavy as it feels, you just close, baby. You so close, you dangerous, baby. You get me. So yes, remember, God is love, Jesus the way, the truth, and the life. Bring this back to Abba. Make sure you allow him to minister this to you so you can see it. But just encouragement, stand firm. You got this. And if you feel like, okay, look, I don't got no more in me, I'm holding at the hem of his garment. Abba, I need more of you. Abba, I need more of you. Abba, more. Moment by moment. Okay, another moment when I need more. He is endless. He does not stop. He is eternal. He keeps going on and on and on and on. You cannot pull from him too much. He wants that. He wants to hear from you. He wants to partner with you. He wants to be involved with you. It's like a father being involved with their child. They want to be involved. They want to. He's so eager to give you what he has for you that he has to refrain from giving it to you too soon, knowing that, okay, you got to be trained for this, because if I give it to you, you're going to mishandle it if you're not trained in it yet. A prime example is finances. If I give you the $1 million, you just gonna blow it. When I need you to steward and manage it well, so you are blessed to be a blessing, and you are the head and not the tail, the lender and not the borrower. Not till you spend it all. You were blessed at first. You were being a blessing, but then you spent it all. And then when you spent it all, when you spent it all, now you don't got nothing. So now you're not blessed anymore, and you can't be a blessing. No, that's not how Abba works, and that's not how He wants you to do that. But we think, oh, we got this. It's all for me. I'm gonna do what I want with it, instead of submitting it back to Abba to ask Him, okay, what do you want me to do with this? So He can make sure that you have an inheritance to give to your children's children. That you are blessed to be a blessing always. That you have life everlasting. Abba is so good. And when I say He's going to come back and He's going to make everything right, He's going to make the sun stand still for you. He's going to restore what the palmer worm, what the cankerworm, and what the locust ate up. He is a very big God. He is a very good God. And there's a purpose to all of it. Just remember that you're not the only one. That's number one. You are not the only one. Number two, do not sit here and give up your promise for a bowl of lentil soup. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got this. You got this. Abba got you. And as I'm speaking this, there's a picture on the wall. I'm sure all of y'all have seen this one, where he's walking in the sand holding you. And it's the footprints. And it was, the message says, okay, you said you were always with me. You'll never leave me nor forsake me. But why is there only one set of footprints? And it says, because I carried you. Abba carried you. How beautiful that is. He's carrying you. You could lean on him. Lean on him. He is your pillar of rest. He is your shield and your buckler. He is your safe place. Run to him. He wants to hear from you. He's going to pour into you. He's going to give you the endurance. He's going to give you the patience. He's going to pour some more into you so you can last a little bit longer and a little bit longer and a little bit longer. I know. But he got you, and he coming through. And when he come through, it's going to be like dynamite. He going to make it shine like fireworks. I'm trying to tell you. I'm excited. I'm excited. So it's just encouragement to excite y'all and to encourage y'all. Like, hey, he's coming through, and he gonna come through like ain't nobody business. Everything gonna fall through quick, fast, in a hurry, and it's gonna be so seamless. It's gonna be so timeless. It's gonna be so put together. Like everything will just flow, and all you can say is, "Look at God." That's all you're gonna be able to say. Pull on Abba. I need more of you. I need more of you. I need more of you, until you see the breakthrough. I need more of you. I need more of you. Keep going. But yes, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do the thing. Remember, God is love. And I will see you guys on the next video when he leads me to share. Okay, bye.